Gotcha. What was the age of consent back then?
It was 12.
What?
As it was throughout most of the country at that point. So
12?
12. So statutory rape law didn't come into being until a little bit later in the later 19th century.
Oh my gosh.
So he had not committed a crime by having sex with a 15-year-old.
Right. So that wasn't illegal. So what exactly was he being charged with?
In the worst case scenario for her, she could be pregnant.
And can we find that out?
So Grammy Jones's maiden name was Schenk.
Which is German.
So Juliette Louise Schenk Jones, born St. Louis, Missouri, November 28th, 1901. Father Henry B. Schenk, born St. Louis, Missouri, December 30th, 1867.
And this is Henry B. Schenk.
Oh, wow.
So that's Grammy Jones's father?
Yes, this is our
two times great-grandfather. Oh, wow.
Yes.
I've never seen this before.
And his wife, Minnie.
Minnie?
So yes, Minnie Cool Schenk.
Cool Schenk.
I know, right?
What the? That's one of the bombest names I've ever seen.
I know.
Also born in St. Louis. So like everybody, St. Louis, St. Louis, St. Louis, St. Louis. Okay. These are our two-time great grandparents. Okay.
So I thought it'd be cool if we could actually try to dig a little deeper and look and try to find some newspaper articles.
Oh, yeah.
Let's try to find some gossip on these
What's
peeps.
the poop? Let's get into it.
All right.
Ooh, this doesn't start well. Ruined and deserted. An unfortunate girl's disgrace, prosecution to follow. What the? I can't say that word I was about to say. John Albrecht, a laborer living at number 1901 Shenandoah Street, appeared at Assistant Prosecuting Attorney Dierck's office yesterday afternoon, and with tears flowing from his eyes asked that Henry Schenk, who he said had betrayed his 15-year-old daughter under a promise of marriage and then married another girl, should be prosecuted for Belleville, Illinois, with a Miss Mamie. Oh, Mamie, she went by Mamie.
Yeah, Mamie Cool. Our great-great-grandmother.
They were married there and returned to this city. Miss Albrecht, hearing of it and being in a delicate condition, became very sick from grief.
So he was meant to marry...
Well, apparently, he was betrothed to this 15-year-old girl, which also
Miss Albrecht.
Yeah, which also doesn't make any sense. She was 15. How old was he at the time? It doesn't really say.
1890 is the article. So let's do some math.
1867, so he was 23.
Yeah.
The fact that my two times great-grandfather married my two times great-grandmother in somewhat of a scandal and then gave his 15-year-old
girlfriend
some
questionable medicine. Like, what is questionable medicine? Poison? Or is it just like the wrong prescription? Also, there was some other wording that might have implied that maybe they had relations, like sexual relations at that point, which is maybe why it was so scandalous and illegal. I don't know. Hey, man. Zach,
Hi.
pleasure to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah, thanks for making time for me today.
Absolutely.
This is all about getting as much information as I can so I can understand myself, and I can bring that back to my family so we can understand ourselves better.
Literally, the headline is ruined and deserted. So I'm trying to figure out, what exactly does this mean? Help me understand.
Sure. Yeah, so ruined at the time meant that they had had sex.
So that's definitely what that means.
That's what that means. That is a euphemism for he had sex with her. This article seems to be saying that she believed they were going to get married, and that's why she consented to have sex with him, and then he does not follow through on that promise.
Gotcha. What was the age of consent back then?
It was 12.
What?
As it was throughout most of the country at that point. So
12?
12. So statutory rape law didn't come into being until a little bit later in the later 19th century.
Oh my gosh.
So he had not committed a crime by having sex with a 15-year-old.
Right. So that wasn't illegal. So what exactly was he being charged with?
Basically, he's being charged with seduction under promise of marriage.
And that was a crime?
That was a crime, meaning he can be prosecuted and he could eventually go to jail if he's found guilty. In the worst case scenario for her, she could be pregnant.
And can we find that out?
Well, the article actually does give us some hints about that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I would say this paragraph.
It claimed affected her ruin when informed by her that he had placed her in a delicate condition.
That's pregnancy.
That's pregnancy. He gave her a bottle of questionable medicine. So was this to essentially was that like to terminate the pregnancy?
Technically, the word is an abortifacient. It is a medicine that is
Like
designed
an old school morning after pill kind of
Exactly.
deal? Oh,
Yes.
what?
At this point, abortion was illegal.
Yeah.
Throughout the country.
Yeah.
And so they were available on the black market, but that also meant you didn't know
What exactly you were getting.
Exactly. One of the reasons that he might have been wanted to be hasty in marrying your 2 times great grandmother is because one way to make sure that no one can pressure him to get married to this woman.
As if he goes and marries another woman.
Exactly. Wow. We're looking for the St. Louis Post-Dispatch, 1912, the month of July.
Oh, July. Bada bing.
Yeah.
So, like, how
We're
far
going
is it?
near the very end here.
Okay. Right about there.
Husband in suit declares she said she wanted to get rid of him. Wow. Okay. Wow, this is explaining a lot.
Yeah.
Henry B. Shank, 2826 Missouri Avenue, filed suit for divorce yesterday against Wilhelmina Shank. Wilhelmina?
Yeah, so that is Minnie. Minnie is a nickname for Wilhelmina.
Copy. He alleges that she induced him to join the United States Army when the Spanish War broke out and told others it was her purpose to get rid of him. He also said she declared she did not love him, that she was quarrelsome and threatened him with a carving knife.
So what's interesting is that what I do know of my grandmother, their granddaughter,
Okay.
was that my grandmother was quite quarrelsome and chased some of her husbands with like knives and frying pans.
Okay.
So learned behavior.
Maybe so.
Shocker.
Yeah.
Another allegation is that she destroyed the love and respect of their 3 daughters for him.
Wow, 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 wow.